NetsBoy, so let's hear what he has to say. His name is NetsBoy, he thinks the world is all over when the Nets just can't play. What up, Net fans? NetsBoy here. Bring your latest in your Brooklyn Nets news. All right. This is it. This is the last chance the Nets have to get to that 45 win mark. They're currently 18 and 25, 7 games under 500. I was really hoping that they could upset one of the better teams these last couple games, whether it was the Bucks, 76ers twice, which they had an opportunity to, or the Lakers. They played decently in all those games. They just couldn't get over the hump. They always fell apart. They really should have won the first 76ers game. They had that game won, and it was clear as day. Tobias Harris was the best player out there. And then the second time around when they played him, I felt like they could have beat him again, but this time it was Ben Simmons, and it's just very frustrating because you look at the Nets and you're saying, where's our superstars or where's our star players? You see, how many times has the star player beat the Nets this year? We saw it with James Harden early on. We saw it with Chris Paul with the Thunder, and we all thought that, he's done with it, We saw Tobias Harris do it. And Tobias Harris isn't a superstar. He's a really good player. He's a star. How many times we've seen Jimmy Butler do it, right, with the Heat? How many times have we seen now, most recently, Ben Simmons do it? Like there's always somebody, a star player, Luka Doncic, when they played the Mavericks. The Nets are always in the game, and then all of a sudden, the star player for the other team takes over the game, and the Nets cannot win, and they end up losing in the fourth quarter. Where are the Nets stars? Where is Spencer Dinwiddie, who we all thought was his greatest all-star player, caliber player? Where's Karis LeVert since he's come back? He's been garbage. And more importantly, where the hell is Kyrie Irving? He's had one good game since coming back in the stretch of games. These are the Nets star players. These are the guys that the Nets are supposed to use to take over games and make the right play at the end. It always is the other team's superstar or star player that steps up. Well, now it's time for the Nets stars to step up. Now it is time for Kyrie Irving, Dinwiddie, LeVert, who are 1, 2, and 3, the best players on this Nets team, to step up and make the right plays. And that doesn't mean hero ball, because that's what they do right now. That's why they're not playing well. They're saying, you take a shot. Now it's your turn. Now it's your turn. Now it's your turn. Let's play hero ball. That's not smart basketball. It's learning how to play with the rest of your team and figure out the most efficient and best shot and best play available at that time. And it might mean passing the ball to Joe Harris. It might mean kicking out to Taurean Prince, who I am getting really tired of. It might mean lobbing up a lob pass to Jared Allen. It doesn't necessarily mean I got to be the guy to score. And until those three guys get it through their heads of how to execute, they're going to continuously struggle in the fourth quarter. Okay? So, but this is their chance. All right? They're 18 and 25, 7 games under 500. If there's any shot of them to get to 45 wins, which they're very far away from, they need to win 27 more games to get there. For them to do that, this is the stretch. Now, this video is being filmed before the Pistons game tonight, which is, Saturday night. The Nets play the Pistons. So I'm not going to talk about that. So I don't know what's going to happen because this is being done before that. But I will say this. They need to win that game. The Pistons are only 2.5 games behind the Nets right now for the playoff, for the A seed. So right off the bat, Pistons are going to come at the Nets hard. But the Nets are better than them. And like I said, this is the stretch. The next 7 games the Nets have are against opponents with worse records than the Nets. Worse records. Except for the Magic. No, wait. Yeah. Pistons, worst record. Knicks, tomorrow, worst record. Pistons again, worst record. Bulls, worst record. Wizards, worst record. The Suns, I actually don't know if they have a worst record. They might be around the same. And the Warriors. I'll have to check the Suns record when I have a chance. Um, but the point is, this is the stretch that I'm actually checking right now because I'm curious. 19 and 26. So they're like exactly the same. And that's are 18 and 25. The Suns are 19 and 26. Point is, this 7-game stretch is the only chance for the Nets to get back into the thick of things and establish themselves as one of the better teams in the Eastern Conference or a playoff team. There is no reason this team is not capable of going 7-0 this stretch and getting right back to 500 and being 25 and 25. There's no reason for that. Like, they're capable of doing that. They're capable of beating all these teams, and it comes down to who has the best player on the court. Well, that's usually what it comes down to, and the Nets should have the best player on the court. Is Blake Griffin going to play tonight? Probably not. He's been hurt for the whole time. Is Andre Drummond? Is he the best player? Is Derrick Rose? I don't think so. I think Kyrie Irving and the Nets have a better player than them on the Pistons. So the Nets should win. The Nets have the better players. Pistons, again, Nets have the better players. Bulls, Levine, Markkanen, they're both pretty good, but I think between LeVert, Dinwiddie, and Kyrie, they're better. The Wizards, Bradley Beal, one of the best. And the Wizards have been playing well lately, but the rest of the team struggles. So that's going to be interesting. But guess what? I still think Kyrie's better, right? Shouldn't Kyrie Irving be better? The Suns, Devin Booker, okay, he's pretty good, but aren't we supposed to assume Kyrie's better? Like, this is what I'm trying to say. Like, this is finally going to be the chance where you can say the best player on the court should be on the Nets team, whether it's Kyrie, LeVert, or Dinwiddie. And that's, once again, not meant to knock Bradley Beal or Devin Booker or Levine, like those, because they're capable of being the best player on any given night. I'm just saying I'm tired of their best players outplaying our best players, because that shouldn't be the case. So this is the stretch. And then you go to the Warriors. I mean, if D'Angelo Russell's playing, that would be interesting. And it's D'Angelo Russell's homecoming because it's a home game. But still, these 7 games is the key for the Nets. If they win these 7 games, they'll be 500, right back into the thick of things. And then maybe they can build from there and they can get to those 45 wins. But I'm telling you right now, anything worse than 6-1, it's over. I'm letting the Nets, I've said this last episode. I'm literally repeating exactly the same thing I said last episode. I mentioned this before. Anything worse than 6-1, those 7 games, the season is over. Well, it's not over. The chances of them getting to 45 wins is over, and I'll basically have forfeited my money and just accepted my fate, because I don't see how anything worse than 6-1, they're going to be able to win enough games in time to get to 45 wins, because the season is more than half over now. They're past the halfway point of the season. They went 18 and 25 right around the halfway part. That's terrible. 7 games under 500. So they need to now go 13 games over 500 the rest of the year to get to that 45 win mark. So, or excuse me, I think 12 games. Either way, I don't see it happening unless they win 6 of the next 7 games. So I'm giving them 1 slip-up game, because after that, they got the Raptors, the Pacers, and the Raptors, and those are teams that going into this year, I put the Nets at the same level. Like, going into this year, I saw the Nets being at the same level as the Heat, Raptors, Pacers, Spurs. That's the grouping of teams I consider the Nets being in. So that's the tier that the Nets need to continue to beat. So, look, is it wishful thinking? I don't know. The Nets have gone, 2 and 11 the last 13 games or something like that. But this is the stretch to build the confidence, to build the players, to build the record, and climb back into the thick of things. This is the stretch. Anything worse than 6-1, it's over. And it starts tonight against the Pistons, the team that the Pistons are going to be coming right at. And they need their stars to step up. Look, I know there's injuries. DeAndre Jordan with the dislocated finger, he's probably not going to play. Nicholas Claxton, who, by the way, has looked fantastic, and Kenny Atkinson needs to figure out how to play more. He's had a shoulder injury that he missed some time. That's why they had to use Wilson Chandler as the backup center the other day against the Lakers. But other than those 2 guys, the rest of this team is relatively healthy. And as great of those 2 guys are, they should still beat these teams moving forward, because of those 3 guys, Dinwiddie, LeVert, and Kyrie. And I don't want to hear the, well, chemistry, they don't know how to play together excuse. Those three guys are talented than most of the players on the upcoming teams that they're playing. Just those three guys. So they should win these games. There you have it. All right. That's all I'm going to say. I just want to get this video out there and talk about the next 3 games. They've got to win 6 of the next 7. I can't stress that enough. We'll revisit how, in a couple of games, I'll take a look and see. Probably, I would say, I don't know. Keep your eyes open for the next NetsBoy episode. I'd probably say after the Pistons game on when, I don't know when. I actually don't know when, because they play basically a game every other day now, from now on. So, we'll see. Keep your eyes open for the next NetsBoy episode. That's the point I'm trying to say. I'll probably have an episode in between then, depending on the stretch of games, and in between those 7 games, because to me that's the chunk of time that we're talking about. I'll have an episode probably in between there to see what's happening. And I swear, if the Nets lose like 2 of the next 3, I'm just, especially if they lose both games to the Pistons, I'm just gonna flip out. That could be I don't even want to think about that. So anyway, sorry, completely irrelevant. Let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Tell me if you agree that this is the season for the Nets. This is their moment to bounce back. If you agree that they should go 6-1, nothing worse than 6-1, and see if you believe, because I'm losing so much faith on the Nets right now. And if they don't put a winning streak together right now, I would have completely lost faith. And I don't even know if they're going to make the playoffs then, the way that they're playing. It is disgusting. Okay. Actually, the trade deadline's right around the corner, so maybe my next episode will be the trade deadline, because it's early this year. I think it's February 6th, which is only, I believe, 2 weeks away. So probably the next NetsBoy episode will be about the trades I think the Nets should or could make. And I'm just going to spoil it right now. I don't think they're making any trades, because I think Sean Marks is basically saying this year is just about figuring out who's going to be on the team next year. So I don't see the Nets making any trades unless it's a move that they think will benefit them for next year, even though there's a handful of things that I would like to see them do to salvage this year, but who knows. Discussion for a different episode. Let me know what you guys think. Until then, this is NetsBoy, just praying that a winning streak starts tonight, and signing off.